Hey, this is the Fight Nerd, and I'm here at New York Combat Sambo once again with Sambo Steve. Steve, how are you?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, and we're here once again to do another gear review. This time we're taking a look at some headgear. This right here is the Fight Gear Air Release style headgear. We got it from the generosity of EliteMMA.com, who were kind enough to donate this piece to us. Now, Steve, you actually use Fight Gear at the gym already. This is what you guys normally use. So tell us a little bit about this headgear.
Well, the one that we used to use is actually machine washable, which is why we have it here at the gym. The guys that buy their own headgear, they don't necessarily have this brand. But we've had this brand which looks very similar to the one we're testing, except that it's not leather. Initially, it looks like the gear that we use. I really like the colors. I'm a big fan of white headgear. The white and black looks really stylish. So right off the bat, I would say it looks like a pretty decent headgear, you know.
All right, well, we're going to find out how it is. We're going to give it a test, but first, let's have a little bit of information from the manufacturer. This piece from Fight Gear has an air release design for impact diffusion, as special air pockets disseminate the force of impact. It has an open ear design to protect your ear canals and is constructed with leather. This helmet also offers partial face coverage for guarding against straight-on strikes, and retails for roughly $90. So, with that information out of the way, we got to putting the helmets on, which came down to finding the right size and then adjusting it with the back piece and chin strap to comfortably fit on each of our fighters' faces. Once we got through that, it was time to lace up the gloves and start hitting each other in the face.
It was pretty good. This headgear actually fits my head, the shape of my head, better than a lot of the other headgear that I've tried on before. And so yeah, I like it. It's a little rough just to get used to putting the strap through and all the different loops and everything, but once I got it on with the help of someone else, it stayed there well.
It felt a little weird when I first put it on. It's tight, but it feels okay. Like I haven't taken it off yet. The adjustment's a little weird. It took a little getting used to, because like you can't adjust it while it's on your head. You kind of have to take it off to adjust it. But once you get it more or less fitted, if it works for you, it works for me. Yeah. So this piece right in here comes out up and down, and you have to take the whole thing off. But other than that, it's pretty good.
Well, it's a little bit tight. I mean, you want it somewhat snug. You don't want it to be moving around a lot, but I felt like it was a little bit tight, like it was cutting off the circulation in my head. I don't have that fat of a head or anything like that, so maybe it just needed to be sized differently. But in general, the elastic on top and the overall circumference was just a little bit too tight.
I took a few pretty good shots out there, and you know, I reached up to adjust it, and it was perfectly fine. So I was surprised at how well it stayed on. I wear contact lenses. I got hit in the eye a couple times, didn't lose a lens. I was pretty pleased about that.
I took some pretty big punches and it worked just fine. I think just once when I got hit with a hook and it just shifted a little bit, but other than that, I got hit with some other hooks and it stayed in place pretty well.
I did feel protected, actually. You know, the padding was good, and you know, you felt when you got hit, but it wasn't, you know, it didn't particularly hurt. I felt protected, and you know, it matched my outfit, so that's good.
I was a little worried about the chin, but it worked out just fine. I took a few shots to the chin, no problem.
When I got tired, I especially felt, I mean, with any headgear, you're going to feel warm or it's going to feel snug, but I especially felt like it was a little bit constricting. Like at the moment sparring stopped, I wanted to get it off my head. But I think if it had been sized better, I would have been a lot happier with it. I felt very protected. For 90, I don't know, maybe 70? A little bit, you know. I get to keep this for free, right?
Now that I've tried it on, I probably would, actually.
Yes, I would.
All right, so we've tested out the Fight Gear Air Release style headgear from Fight Gear. I've said the name enough times, I think. So, Steve, how did it go with the guys today?
It went okay. I mean, fitting was a little tough with the elastic straps on the top of the head are not adjustable, so we had a little difficulty pulling it down onto people's heads to make it snug around the top of the scalp.
But once we got the sizes down, for the most part, everybody felt protected, not too much complaints about any shifting. I don't know if you heard anything differently.
No, the guys really liked them. I mean, they took some good shots. Nothing came off, nothing slipped or turned. So I think overall, I would say it's a pretty decent headgear.
All right, so I asked the guys, and I'm going to ask you as well. For $90, is this headgear worth buying?
For $90, I have to admit I could probably get headgear that would address some of the other needs that we had regarding adjusting. You know, I didn't see this to be functionally very different than the other headgear we use by Fight Gear that's a lot cheaper. So I don't know if I would spend $90 on it.
All right, so maybe not. There's a little debate about that. Otherwise, it does protect you. Just the price might be a little steep. If you want to check out more about this, you can go to fightgear.com, or you can also go to EliteMMA.com to learn more, or just to buy it if you want. So, Sambo Steve, thanks for your help today.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
And keep watching. We'll have more gear reviews soon.